Thank you so much, Janet. And I hate that you had to read that again, but
No
well, we
worries.
scored now. So fun time. Well, yes, thank you so much for inviting SACRAO to come and give a quick update. Can you see my slides now? Okay, just throwing that up there so that people can see. And thank you for introducing SACRAO already in your comments. So I won't read that, but you know, obviously SACRAO is your regional partner. So Oklahoma is a part of our region. We cover 14 states now, from Texas and Oklahoma over through Kentucky and all the way up to North Carolina, and recently added West Virginia. So this will be the first annual conference that they participate in as an entire state. So we're excited about that. We also represent Puerto Rico. And I keep trying to move the annual conference there, and nobody's bought yet, but one day. But so within that region, over 3,000 members and 500 member institutions. And so there's a lot of colleagues you can meet, you know, a lot of information to draw from. And I know I've personally gotten a lot out of it over the years. So some reasons to get involved, you know, again, professional development and networking. Sometimes that networking is more important maybe than the session you're at, right? You can figure out how a colleague does it that can replicate well at your place. Learn about what's going on in the Southeast. And again, with that growth, with that size and scope that we have as a regional institution, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to find somebody that's in the same boat you're in. You know, public, private, 4-year, 2-year, large, small. There's somebody that you can network with and you know, get some good information from. So annual meeting, that's probably the biggest update I have. So last year I had to give the unfortunate news that, you know, we were preparing a virtual SACRAO. This year, as of now, we will be live and in person in Little Rock. So I've quit trying to prognosticate. Who knows what it's going to look like in February? Who knows what it's going to look like next month, right? But for now, we are moving full steam ahead. I think we have 74 member sessions, and you know, the all of the normal trappings of a SACRAO annual meeting. So we're excited about that. Registration is going to open October 11th. There will be some registration insurance involved. We understand that some people may be hesitant to, you know, sign up for the conference, not knowing what things may look like in the spring, but you'll get more information about that when conference registration opens. Our joke is that whether anybody else comes or not, the Arkansas contingent will be there because we have to, right? So it's, the Marriott was and the State House were nice enough to let us move our contracts from last year, or this past spring 21, to this spring, and they've already said, hey, you know, if you can't host, oh well. So some of us will be there regardless, but we're looking at hybrid backups and hybrid presenters, but for now we are hoping to see everybody in person in Little Rock. Some other ways to get involved outside of that: you can always be active and contribute. So we do the SACRAO newsletter. You can be a member and get that. You also have the option to contribute to the Sacral Journal, which is published annually now. It's published virtually. And we added I hate to say less academic, but a non-peer-reviewed section to that journal. I think we call it campus notes. But you know, if you have something that you'd like to write about, and it's not necessarily, you know, research-based or something you would want to be peer-reviewed, you have that option as well. I've been on the editorial board before, happy to answer any questions you may have about that process, but that's always a good opportunity for people to get involved. And then we have a lot of committees, right? We have the program committees like what I serve on. You can present, or you can serve on one of the other standing committees like our Constitution and bylaws and things like that. So there's always a way to get involved. There is a get involved tab on the SACRAO website, which is just sacrao.org. You can click that, click the I'm available link, fill that out. That comes directly to the executive committee. So we all see that and can see who's interested on maybe being a committee member, or who's interested in being up for nomination to the executive board the next time seats come available, and lots of other options there. So we encourage everyone to fill that out. They do get reviewed almost weekly. So very frequently you should hear from someone there. And one thing I'll add to that, this is not 100% official. The Constitution and Bylaws Committee has to approve it, but it's looking like we will have a new position on the SACRAO board, and it's going to be treasurer-elect. So it will be, we'll have a dual treasurer instead of just somebody having to come in new and learn that kind of right away. So that will be new to SACRAO. Some other state organizations are already doing that. But if you're interested in being the treasurer, maybe you were hesitant to run in the past, that could be a good opportunity for you to join the executive board, learn for a year from the treasurer, and then take over in that second year. So you'll get more information about that at the annual conference. But that's all I have. Happy to take any questions or let you get on with your conference.
Anybody have questions for Dr. Bedsole? Anything you're dying to know about SACRAO? There will be a link. Kyle is going to post a link in the chat so that you can provide session feedback. And Blake, it was so good to hear from you again. We're really glad to have you back. Thank you so much for the update. And I just really want to encourage everybody to get involved.
Yeah, no, exactly. Even if you can't come in February, we certainly hope to hear from you and see you. And my email is bbedsole@atu.edu. If I can answer any questions for you later, feel free to shoot me an email anytime.
Okay, that's
all right. Thank you all. Good luck.
Thank you, Blake. Next, it's my privilege to introduce Tiffany Robinson from ACRO. She's the ACRO president. Tiffany Robinson is the assistant vice provost and university registrar at the University of Kansas and has over 20 years of experience in higher education. Tiffany has been active in ACRO at the state, regional, and national levels for many years. She was the chair of the Black Caucus, one of ACRO's oldest and largest caucuses. She served as the vice president for access and equity on the board of directors and currently serves as the president of ACRO.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me okay? Perfect. I've been having some headphone issues, so I wanted to make sure everything was working well. First off, good morning, AACRAO. I hope you all are doing well and are ready for a great conference. It is great to see you virtually. I want to thank the AACRAO executive team for having me here with you today. And I want to send a special hello and a virtual hug to my friend and colleague, Michelle Atson-Rossler. Haven't seen you in forever. Love to see the Facebook posts with your mom and her basket. So have a great conference. Well, first thing I want to update you guys on is Acro Hill Day. Acro Hill Day was held virtually this year, September 22nd through the 21st. Our annual Hill Day event went virtual due to COVID, but Hill Day allows our members the opportunity to talk and hopefully next year walk the halls of Congress. We have an opportunity to meet with different congressional aides about our work and share our perspective as practitioners on how policies can and would affect the work that we do on a daily basis. Some of our focus this year is centered on reverse transfer, FERPA issues, and double Pell. This event is generally held in the summer in conjunction with our leadership meeting. So be sure to look out in your emails when the call to membership comes out, and hopefully one of you will be able to participate, or a few of you will be able to participate next year. The board has been hard at work on some strategic planning work. In early 2020, the board began a new strategic plan process for the association. Over the summer of 2020, the association conducted an environmental scan that included like organizations, the board itself, the membership, and the ACRO office staff. In September of 2020, the board drafted our first round of goals based on those scans. And during a day-long workshop, along with revisions to not only the vision, but the mission of ACRO. With the feedback that we received from the membership and staff, we were able to update those goals. And as of December 2020, the ACRO board has adopted the new set of goals along with the vision and mission. If you haven't had an opportunity to check those out, please go out to the ACRO website and take a look. ACRO voting. It is that time of year again, folks. The slate for the 2021-2022 Board of Directors has been released. You should have all gotten an email sometime around September 28th, 29th. Voting is going to open up on October 11th and will close on November 19th. In that email that you received, there are some candidate position statements available, so that way you have an idea of who it is that you are voting for. I do encourage you to make your voice heard and be sure to cast your vote. Few upcoming events that we have coming up. Our first in-person conference for ACRAO this year is going to be at SIM, November 14th through the 17th in Aventura, Florida. I'm sure a few of you are out there looking at me like, why are y'all going to Florida? Don't worry. The place that the conference is being held does have a 75% vaccination rate, if that is of importance to you. Now, you may have to travel through a few places that don't, but wear your mask, wash your hands, you'll be good. In addition to that, we'll have the ACRO annual meeting coming up April 3rd through the 6th in Oregon. I really hope we get an opportunity to see a few of you there. If not, please be on the lookout for some additional information that's going to come out about the annual meeting. We're looking at trying to make sure that we are giving our members an opportunity to either attend there in person, or if we have an opportunity to do some virtual events around the annual meeting, we are looking into doing some of that as well. Have a great conference. I appreciate y'all having me here. Have a great day.
Thank you again, Tiffany. We are a little bit ahead of schedule, so we will just take a longer coffee refill break than before, but we will plan to meet back at 10 for our next session, FERPA Basics, where we will speak with Tiffany some more to learn more about FERPA basics, overviews for all of us. So I'll see you all in a few minutes.